Hello everyone, this is Seraphon, and I'm decided to do something a little different. Those of you who have been around the channel for a while may remember a Dungeon Breaker, a Japanese indie RPG first-person dungeon exploration, with some adult scenes here and there that I of course edited out for YouTube. This is something vaguely similar to that in concept. It's an indie jRPG with adult content that I'm going to be editing out, censoring things here and there to this questionable for YouTube purposes, such as the title screen right here. It's not explicit, but it's questionable. Anyway, this is called Lady Knight Saga. You have the main name there, with subtitled The Woman Knight and the Dragon Monogatari is basically the tale of the tale of a lady knight and a dragon, basically. Or dragons. Japanese isn't very particular about whether things are singular or plural. It's a 2011 game. This is the name of the group that produced it. This roughly translates to the Lunar Water Project. But they're also known as New Moon Label. You'll see that in their actual logo as well. Okay, it's that button. Controls are not quite what I was expecting. It's been a while since I've done an RPG Maker VX game. Here's your standard disclaimers. This is a work of fiction. Everyone appearing has no relation to real persons, places, etc. This is intended for adults. If you're under 18, don't play it. There are things that happen that are we consider criminal, etc. activities. Don't do those. And all characters are at least 18. Again, pretty standard disclaimers. Yeah, New Moon Label has some interesting games. I've been playing some of the more recent ones recently, but the thing they do is the games kind of build on each other. It's all the same universe. There's a lot of world building. Characters appear from one game to another, and although it shifts the focus, it kind of helps to know what has come before, who has appeared before, and that's part of why I'm doing this playthrough now, is just to have the kind of refresh it for myself and make notes and summarize what happened, where the places are, and all that for reference. And like with Dungeon Breaker, I think I'm going to be kind of putting information together, sticking them on the website, linking to that, so... Anyway, we start off the intro here. You can tell it's a flashback because of the sepia tones. We're in some kind of flower garden surrounded by water. Looks pretty nice. And we have Maria's talking and saying, okay, it's done. The girl on the right who just walked over is presumably Maria. So now is that Shime? I think that's Shime. It's like mission, duty, whatever. No, not quite. Sekime? Ninme? Yeah, Ninme. Appoint. I now ordain you a knight. Thank you, Lady Maria. Yes, it very much suits you. I would be happy if you would become my knight for real. And this other girl is asking, what kind of work does a knight do? They beat the bad guys who attack the capital, and... it's an important mission of knights to protect everyone in the capital. Or so my big sister said. Big sisters, that is plural there. She seems to like that. Then I'll do my best and become a knight, and protect you. The giggle and a thank you, I'm looking forward to it. And that fades out. You have enter your name. Her default name is Stella. This is the character you saw on the title screen. This is the Lady Knight Stella. Yes. This is one of the neat little things the game does. At the beginning of the game, you do a little bit of character customization. It's not too much. You'll have the same name and graphics and so forth regardless, and usually the same stats, but you get to decide what her weapon specialty is by selecting the guardianship, patronage, whatever, of one of the 12 zodiac constellations. Okay, that's that button. Can I remap the... Let's get your gamepad. Button 1. Yeah, ABC. I think I want that to be... Huh, I don't know what these mean. Is this expecting like a... Not Genesis, but the Sega Saturn style gamepad? Oh, well, I'll just stick with the basic controls for now. Anyway... this is attention, hello, hello. Yes, the tutorial fairy. Welcome. It's the arrival of a new knight with Kago, that's the patronage, guardianship, whatever. I'm the tutorial fairy, and allow me to help you out on your journey. Got these beautiful purple hair. Not quite sure what that word is, but it's some kind of whatever. It's like a pale indigo clothes, I think. And adorable red eyes. These are the distinctive signs of the tutorial fairies. When you want a hint, talk to us, and when you don't need it or you don't want to break immersion, basically. Feel free to ignore fairies that look like this. Please let us help us on your journey. Attention, attention. And now, they'll explain the constellations here. So, yeah. You pick... If you don't know what you pick, go ahead and talk. So yeah, around this room we have these 12 crystals. If you check the signs, this is telling you that these are what the constellations are, and it says it in big lettering. Yeah, this human horse, so that would be centaur. This one is... I'm not sure what that is offhand. I don't know the zodiac constellations in Japanese very well. Something about a jewel bottle? Treasure bottle? Twin fish, that'll be Pisces. The white... Is that deer? Or goat? The gold cow. Twin child, that'll be Gemini. Giant... Is that a turtle? No, probably not. I think that's lion. That's definitely Virgo. Anyway, let's talk to the tutorial fairy. Attention, attention, hello, hello. Would you like some hints about the zodiac signs? Yes, here's explanation. So you get to pick one of the 12. It will determine what types of weapons Stella can use. And whichever one you pick, it shouldn't make that big of a difference, but here's some advice. If you want to go through the game with comparative feats, you'll probably want things that, effective attack types that are effective against many enemies, so suggest for that the longsword or spirit magic. If you want to go advance more tactically, I think that means more tactically in this context. Status effects, etc. You want the slender sword or a short sword, so that's basically rapiers and daggers. If you don't want to bother with this and just get to the good stuff, they suggest the two-handed sword that has the highest power. And it also has anti-dragon skills that are effective on all the scenario bosses. So, yeah, boss slayer, basically. High attack power, boss core, two-handed sword, good for that. High attack power, saying it's practically like a cheat weapon. And if you don't care if it's too easy, go for it. And those are the recommendations. Other weapons have the fundamentally easy enough to use. Go ahead and try them out. So if we go to the crystals here, it'll give us a little extra explanation here. Human horse. I'm blanking on what the zodiac constellations are at the moment. But yeah, this is a centaur. Sagittarius, that's it, right? The archer centaur. But yeah, your weapon specialty with this will be the bow. Has a lot of unique skills. Long-range attacker. Kind of sluggish, but good against flying enemies. I will not choose that just yet. We'll go around and look at all of them. Yeah, this one I don't know what that is. But it is, I think that was Spear. Yachty. Yeah, that's Spear. High attack, powerful skills, good at attacking multiple enemies. So, nice to have when there's a lot of opponents. I did Spear for my first playthrough. I kind of liked it, but let's do something different. This one is the spirit magic, so you get offensive magic, especially fire, water, wind, and earth elements. If you choose this, the protagonist will grow. Their growth will be magic type. So yeah, basically what this is most weapons you'll get physical fighter type stat growth. With this one, and I think one other, you have more mage type growth. So more MP, less attack. More spirit, less defense, that sort of thing. This is your short swords or daggers, the twin fish Pisces. So it'll give you speed bonuses, attack kind of lowish, but you're quick. Honestly, in a turn-based game like this, speed is less useful than it is in an active time-based battle. So it's nice to be faster than your opponents, but as soon as you are, extra speed doesn't do you any more good. This, I think, was hammers, so... Yes, resistance down, support type skills. Can also use a shield, so it gets a defense bonus. So that's that class. This one is axes, high attack, accuracy not so great. Gets a bonus against plant type monsters. This one it tells you right out very hard, because your weapon type for this is toys. Toys are basically gimmick weapons. They have lousy attack power. I think they have some like bonus effects, like status effects or something like that, but yeah, toys. They're basically joke weapons. And you get no unique skills. And a weapon that you can barely call a weapon. But at least each of them has some special effects? Question mark? Yeah, let's not do that. This is martial arts, so punching things, basically. Skill attacks heavily dependent on your stats. Relatively few weapons you can equip. Over here, this is your two-handed swords. It says straight out, this is easy mode. Yeah, pure attack power. Best weapon for pure attack power, and starts with an anti-dragon skill. As noted, all the chapter bosses are dragons, so an anti-dragon skill comes in handy. Here we have Virgo. This is holy magic. Divine magic, so you get support, healing, light and holy. So this is basically your white mage. Again, this would give you a magic type character growth. Up here we have the slender swords, so rapier type weapons. You get status attacks, you get stat down, but not much firepower, and that's literally what this is, so that's basically damage output. They don't recommend picking this for your first time through the game. This, however, this was the... Yeah, I'm going to take a moment to look up what that is. Because I think this is the one I want to go with, because this is the long swords, which they do recommend because of their ability to hit weak points. Ah, it's Heavenly Scorpion, basically. So this is Scorpio. So you're saying overall balanced, overall good balance. You can use a shield. You get some status attacks, you get elemental attacks, you get all enemy attacks. So good variety of stuff. And you can't save on this screen, so. I'm going to pick this. Receive the blessing, basically, of Scorpio. And you get a voice calling from wherever, Stella, frail human. The time of the revival of the evil dragon is nigh. Don't forget your mission. Yeah, that sounds ominous. So yeah, our mission here is to basically do something about the impending revival of the evil dragon. We're starting off in this country. This is Dracana, the land protected by the Holy Dragon. This is the royal castle in the capital city of Gran. First month. This is one of the things this game does. The story is divided into a series of months. Each month you have a specific mission, and as the months go on, each new month adds new places you can go, gives you a new mission, has new content you can do, new characters you can recruit. But yeah, each month you have a specific mission, and there's a boss at the end of the month that you have to beat that is always some kind of dragon. So that's why they suggest two-handed swords, because the two-handed sword gets that Dragon Slayer skill. Anyway, here we have Maria, who was the girl in the flashback. And I'm glad you came, Stella. Obviously this is Stella. Maria, and Stella is addressing her very deferentially. Maria wanted to talk about something, and yes, it's about the evil dragon. You must have heard that yeah, I think this is something about like a legend. So, revival of the Holy Dragon, spoken of in legends, is coming close. About 900 years ago, the Holy Dragon was sealed. Evil Dragon was sealed by the Holy Dragon. 43 10,000s. 3,300 day. So after that length of time, it would be revived. The Holy Dragon Church, according to them, the limit on the seal is about a year from now. Or, no, I think this is saying the seal actually expired a year ago already. And that's why she called Stella. Starting with father, something about the army, everyone in the army. Preparing for war with other countries, apparently. Now, I'll recheck that, what it means in post. but apparently they're not taking the dragon legend seriously. But if the legend is true, we can't ignore it. Yeah. So, Stella is her guardian knight, basically. Pretty much a personal bodyguard. And so she doesn't think she should be asking this of her personal protector, basically, but Stella tells her, don't worry. Glad to do whatever you want, and we'll accept this. Maria thanks her. I thought you would say that. Anyway, as harbinger, omen, indicator of the dragon's arrival, there is evil dragons. Yeah, this is Bunshin. That's... Or is it? No. Keshin, sorry. Brigaded term. Incarnation, personification, whatever. But basically there's supposed to be vicious monsters popping up because of this, and that's what they call them. Incarnations of the evil dragon. First of all, go find information about those. And take this. We get a water key. What is this? So, 1,000 years ago, its key handed down since 1,000 years ago, said to be used in the battle between the Holy Dragon and the Evil Dragon. Maria does not know what it's used for, but it may be a clue to the Evil Dragon seal. Stella's kind of amazed to being handed something this precious, but thanks her. Maria says, this is about all I can do, so please take care of things for me. And keep in mind you are a woman, so take care on your journey. This, of course, being that sort of game, there is that sort of content. So, of course... And something called the Evil Dragon isn't something you're going to be able to handle if you're careless. Yeah. And Maria's saying, well, no, that's not what I meant. You know, as a woman, there's, you know, the things and stuff that... And the Evil Dragon's subordinates or monsters, they, like the energy, sort of women. It's like, oh, that. Yeah. Yes, she's heard of monsters that will cause that sort of dangerous monsters. Anyway. It's like, okay. Anyhow, take care. May the protection of the Holy Dragon be with you. Stella's noting that Maria seemed a little agitated. She's like, first of all, let's go to the bar to gather some information from some adventurers I know. And this is how the game begins. We're dropped outside the castle. And next time, let's explore the city. See, there's a tutorial ferry over there. We have a fairly basic menu here. We have this talisman, we have the water key. The talisman I'll check next time. We have backhand slash, basically. Low power, single target, low power, slashing, stun. You have different types, slashing is one of them. You have Knight's Heal, so that's a weak single target recovery spell. You have your basic equipment. Your starting weapon will depend on which weapon type you picked, of course. You've got a shield. Of course, that also depends on your weapon type, whether or not you have a shield. Armor does kind of a weird thing with this game. You don't have standard armor like you would in most RPGs and helmet whenever. Your primary protection comes from what they call basically a protective magic stone, if you're reading that literary. I think the way the game is set up is most characters will be, by default, weak against all damage types, and these stones were generally, and this is one of them, says just general or ordinary resistance. these will put you back up to normal resistance against basic damage types. So if you're not, it doesn't affect your stats, but if you're not wearing this, you'll take extra damage from basically everything. Since that is your main armor, you instead of normal armor slot, you get what this calls inner, which is kind of like inner wear as opposed to outer wear. And yeah, a lot of the time it's going to be underwear. And generally it doesn't provide that much in the way of defense, but it's something. Like her shirt and armor set is giving you 1 defense power. You also get an accessory slot. Yeah, that's 1 defense, protagonist only. This is 1 defense, 5 evade. This is 2 attack power, protagonist only. Yeah, I keep expecting the buttons to be the other way around. I'll check the configuration before next time. Start at level 2, you don't need much experience to level. Fairly standard status grain here. Your class is below your name. This will change depending on which constellation you picked, because this is where your zodiac sign goes in the name. So there are actually 12 different character classes for Stella. I'll save here. I have some other saves from when I played through originally. I've backed that up. You can get a quick preview of some of the character sprites here. I think a lot of them are the stock, but the stand-up art, the music, a lot of other stuff is custom, which, you know, it's original stuff. I like that. They do get better in the later games. The music in particular, I think, really starts to get into its stride around the 3rd game or so. But anyway, for now, this has been Airphone playing Lady Knight Saga. We've got just the intro and character creation for now. Next time, let's explore the capital city and recruit some more characters.